Hello. So I've been messing with this lily pad for a little while, trying to figure out a good way to make the veins in it. And unfortunately, there isn't really a great way to make the veins. So we're gonna have to either have to texture paint a bump map, or we're gonna have to just fake it with some really good texture painting. But we're gonna do texture painting just like we did the leaf, because it turned out really well, I think. I can restart really fast. All I did was, we're gonna take a circle. All right. This is about as complicated as our lily pad shape will be. Fill it in, then inset it, and then let's give it a little bit of a wall. A little bit of a bowl shape. Yeah, that subdivides pretty well. And then, so what we're gonna do with this is texture paint this, just turn it into a lily pad. So I've been messing around with this for a little while, and I can't really figure out a good way to get the veins to work. I thought a shader would work well, but I can't figure it out, and I don't want to just use a picture of a lily pad as my texture. So I want to do texture painting, so I think I'm going to have to texture paint a bump map to look like the veins on the lily pad. So we're going to do that, and hopefully it works. But first, let's do the stem. So let's do a cylinder, and let's make it really simple. We can use 6 vertices, and then we can scale it down. Alright, now we have a stem sticking out the bottom. That's nice. Okay, let's make an image texture for the lily pad. Make it a little higher resolution. That'll be our base color, and then we can make another new texture for the lily pad bottom. So that is our setup for now, and we will not forget to save our textures this time. All right, so we're gonna paint this lily pad same way we did the leaf, just by layering colors. I did learn some new brush techniques for texture painting, so we're gonna test that out. Yeah, so that's really unfortunate. I just did the whole painting process after pausing the recording and forgetting to unpause it. That's fun. I had to walk away for a second, so I paused, came back, and forgot to unpause. Anyway, here's the lily pad. It worked out really well. We used the airbrush brush pretty much the whole time for all the painting. Layered green, really dark green, and then a lighter green, and then a yellowish green, and then masked over the whole thing with another green, sort of a mid-green. Layered some noise texture on top, so you can see here, layered noise texture on top for some dirt, and that's about it. It was pretty simple. I am a little upset that I didn't record that, but anyway, here it is. Yeah, that's the lily pad. So I'll be back with a render when the scene's done. I was just watching YouTube and I saw a video by the Blender Goat, Ryan King Art, that is exactly what I needed to make this lily pad work with a shader. So I'm gonna try it now. It's like 10 p.m. I'm about to go to sleep, but I want to try this before I go to sleep. So let's see if it works. We're gonna make a new shader. So we start with a gradient texture, do some mapping, set it to UV, set this to radial. Then we're gonna need 2 math nodes, multiply and ping pong. Alrighty, just centered it there. And look at that. That's literally exactly the effect we were trying to get with the shader. It's amazing. Okay. So now we can just apply some noise to this and mess around with it a little bit, and I'll be back with a render.